product webinar from Protecto Flooring presented by John Ross. John is a veteran of the flooring industry with over 15 years in sales, management, and ownership. Prior to becoming a team member of Protecto Flooring, John owned Diamond Track LLC, a Texas-based running track business. Prior to starting Diamond Track, John sold and managed sales teams from several artificial turf and sports surfaces businesses. John has now been a part of the Protecto Flooring family for just over a year as their manager of the South Central region. He manages the distribution territory that includes Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. John, we really look forward to what you have to share with us today. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Joyce and Billy, for helping me to be on today. And good afternoon, and to those from the West Coast, good morning. This morning I want to share with you how to bid Protecto. Our endeavor today is to help you bid Protecto to win jobs. Our objectives for today's training, number one, is to educate you on the proper bidding of Protecto because it is not the same. Number two is to demonstrate how to use the Protecto bidding tool, which is new, and so this will be a rollout of that bidding tool. Ultimately, through this bidding tool, we believe that you'll win more bids, but most importantly, it'll also help you increase profit. So what is one thing all our dealers sell? The fact is that we are part of the flooring industry, but I'd like to change your thought process about this question. Most of you will say, well, duh, we sell flooring. But the truth is, if you'll just bear with me for a while, I'll change your mind about this. You don't just sell flooring, you actually sell man hours. Because ultimately, flooring is just a product, but you've got people on your payroll that you pay them by the hour and they're working for you. So if you'll change it, just consider changing your thought process from material to man hours. We'll show you a way to utilize that to make more money and win with Protecto. While dealers make a profit on materials that they install, it is the act of installation that makes those profits possible. Every installation company has limited resources, and there are only so many days in a year and so many employees to work them. And if a company has 10 installers who work 40 hours a week, 49 weeks out of the year, they have only 19,600 man hours to sell. And those hours have to cover all of the expenses for that business. And if we can help them make more money per hour or per day than more than other flooring types, not only do we win, but we win as an industry and partners. Protecto has developed another tool to help you, the dealer, bid jobs accurately and bid them profitably. And it doesn't have to have a fancy name, so we're just calling it our bidding tool. How to bid Protecto is not something that has to be very difficult. In fact, it's quite easy if you know the right things to do, if you know the right numbers to utilize, and if you're thinking of it in a different way than most have in the past. When we talk to our dealers who have been successful with Protecto, they bid their business and they win on a consistent basis. But those dealers who often lament working with Protecto or going to training and have only done one job, oftentimes what we found is the issue is not with the material or the installation. Often it's they didn't see the return that they wanted to see because they bid it improperly. Question is, are you winning all the Protecto jobs you bid? Do you know where you need to be to make more money? Are you actively trying to flip jobs from quarry tile to Protecto, from epoxy and all the other products out there in the commercial kitchen industry than Protecto? If the answer is no to any of these, it's time for you to try, and we're going to help you do that. And that's why we want to introduce the bidding tool. This spreadsheet will help you bid better, will help your distributor reps with making sure that they know where you are and who they're sending the proper jobs to. Oftentimes, we'll see competitive bids and the distributor rep doesn't know who to send it to, ultimately because they're worried that they're not going to win and then they're not going to get the necessary business that they're looking for. So we want to introduce this to you today, and there's some basic parameters, and you'll see it here very quickly. A couple of years ago, Protecto posted on our website, and any of you who do not have it, I implore you to go out and save it to your desktop. It's the Protecto Flooring Material Calculator. If you've taken part in utilizing this, you know that it saves you a ton of time, and it's one of the easiest things that you can do. I personally, as an employee of Protecto Flooring, I actually have it saved on my phone. You can have it saved on your phone as well. So when you're walking a job and you've got the square footage, you can know before you get back to the office just how much material you'll need, and you can almost give a budgetary price on site to a general contractor or an owner. This Protecto Material Calculator calculates your material based on 5 factors, or actually 3 factors. What is your square footage, the color, and the percentage of waste? Once you put that information in, it is going to calculate the number of sheets, the amount of adhesive, the number of tubes of rapid weld, the number of nozzles, the seaming tape that's required, the tubes of E6100, the rolls of base. If you put that information in, obviously you'll need the linear feet for the base material, how much Z-bar you'll need for that base material, and the panhead screws for the Z-bar material. It will not give you the number of corner guards, transition strips, drain rings, stainless steel screws and anchors for the transition strips or the drain rings. Those things will have to be calculated by yourself, but all of the other material will be calculated for you. And that's, once again, all based on your waste factor. In this particular page, you'll see here that waste factor is 5%. So once again, it gives you all of those things. You'll have to add the number of drains, the size of the drains, the screw requirements for those drains, the seaming tool, the radius tool, and the transition strips for those. Once you have that information, as we go into the bidding tool, everybody has a price sheet from their distributor. Our calculator, when you put in the number of sheets, all of the information that's been provided to you from the material calculator, as you can see here, in red, you see what the number of sheets and the material cost for that product is. In the end, you'll get a total material cost for your project. In this instance, the material cost for the project of 1,400 square feet is $8,293.56. From there, it will calculate your square footage material cost. You have to enter your variables: the job size in square feet, what's being billed, the hourly labor cost, the hourly labor rate, and the crew size. Those things you will have to enter in this bidding document. Once again, your job per square feet, hourly labor cost. Your labor cost will vary. In this instance, this is for in and around the Chicagoland area. Obviously, that is a union state. So Chicago union costs are generally around $100. It could be 45 to 60 as standard Midwest union rates. Your territory will dictate what that hourly labor cost will be. Then you'll put in your hourly labor rate, and this is based on the number of square feet one installer can install per hour. And then ultimately your crew size, and that's how many installers will be working on this particular job. Once those numbers are input, then you'll have to fill out how many hours that team is going to work per day. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours, totally up to you, but you put that number in. And that includes from the time they leave your location or your warehouse or your facility to the time they depart from that facility or from the job site back to you. It will then give you an estimated number of days to finish the job based on 2 employees, numbers of hours worked, and the square footage. From that, it will then provide for you a per square foot total cost. So now you have your material cost per square foot and your total cost. It obviously adds the labor cost along with the material cost to provide you with the square foot total cost. Here's the big kicker. Everybody has their own margin that they want to make on a particular job. For this particular exercise, we filled in 30%. That's pretty much the going number around the country, almost from coast to coast. We know that our dealers are making about 30%, anywhere from about 27 to 30, maybe as much as 32% on a Protecto job. This is a feather in the cap to Protecto, and I don't mind blowing our own horn, so to speak. There's not another product in the industry that you know that you can go in from job to job and make 30+% or somewhere around that number. That's why you should be selling more Protecto. That then provides you 2 things: the square foot, the suggested bid number, which is at $12.75, and if you use that bid number, it also gives you what that suggested project bid is. Suggested square foot is 12.75. The suggested bid number, 17,847.94. From that, we also provide you with, and it calculates your job profit and your daily profit. As a former business owner, I never took the time to calculate what my daily profit was. I got caught up into, I just cared about the big number, that big number, which is the job profit. I need to make X, Y, Z on this job. That was the only thing that I really considered. But now I recognize that maybe I missed the boat as a business owner in not looking at the daily profit, because it matters. From that, you also get what your suggested square foot bid is. If you change, you can change all of these numbers. One of the things I will tell you is your suggested square foot per bid per square feet at $12.75, even though you're making 30% in most territories, I will tell you you're probably leaving money on the table. You know what the going rate is in your territory. This will help you not only see where you can make more money, but it can show you where you can actually cut some things if you're in a competitive bid situation. One of the things that we recognize is that small variables can change a situation or change the ability to make more money. There are relationships in regards to hours, man hours being utilized, the size of a crew, the labor rates all matter, and they all allow you the opportunity to see where you can make more, or you can extend an individual from one point to the next. What we want to help you do is to more accurately manage your man hours to make more money. On a negotiated bid, most people normally think we can make more versus a competitive bid situation. And that may not necessarily be true. If we can become more efficient in your labor, then you can make more money. One of the things, I have a dealer who travels the country installing for a very large chain of restaurants. He uses a 2-man crew. and nightly they average 1,300 square feet per night in about a 9-hour workspace. In a 9-hour workspace, they average about 1,300 square feet. This is two individuals. One of the things that they've shared with me is they never touch material twice. They don't start a job until they have everything in place to begin that job, and they know that they can get it finished. If your installers, if you as dealers are touching material more than once on a job, you're losing time. If you're starting and stopping to go get this or go move that, you're losing time. And so your labor rate goes down. And when your labor rate goes down, your job profit goes down, and so does your daily profit. If you'll notice here, you'll see labor rate in where you see fill these in on both sides. One side says 20, the other side says 25. Same number of people, same square footage, same hourly labor cost. All we're doing is being more efficient in what they do. Here's the bottom line. Nothing else changes. Your profit margin doesn't change. Your number of hours of work doesn't change. The only thing that changes is that in being more efficient, your days to finish the job goes from 4.38 days to finish to 3.5 days to finish. Job profit changes from $5,356.44 as a job profit to $6,196.44 job profit. Changes simply by being more efficient. I tell dealers all the time, when you want to finish a job sooner, when you want to get off a job quicker, oftentimes when the supervisor or the project manager says, we need to do this faster, we need to get in and get out, that installer then begins in his mind, where can I save time? Where can I cut time? It is never going to be on their lunch break. It will always be, how can I minimize spending time doing something? And I always use the term cutting corners. It may not mean that they're not doing their job. It just may mean that they're not doing the job as thoroughly as they normally would. And they try to save time to finish a job sooner, when the fact of the matter is efficiency is often the easiest means to time saving and increasing profit. Another area that it will be of a benefit, and this tool will help you, is recognizing the crew sizes. You may want to put 2 people on a job, but it may be more efficient to put 3 people on a job. You say, well, more people mean more cost. I've got to pay another guy, but I'll show you where it will save you. Everything remains the same. The only thing that changes is the crew size. To the left, you'll see the crew size of 2. To the right, you'll see the crew size of 3. All the numbers remain the same. Nothing else changes. Your days to finish the job from 2 people is once again 4.38 days versus 2.92 days to finish a job. Once again, all of your factors or variables doesn't change, but at the bottom of this, you'll have the same job profit of $5,356.44 with 2 persons as you would with 3, but your daily profit increases. It goes from $1,224.33 to $1,836.49. How many of you guys have considered that or looked at that as a means of efficiency and making more money? When the crew gets bigger, oftentimes we say, well, hey, it's going to change things. But it's going to cost you. The fact is, it doesn't. Once again, when you look at the crew size in correlation to the labor rate, if you look here at where it's circled, to the left, labor rate of 20, crew size of 2. Or to the right, labor rate of 25, crew size of 3. Your job profit on 20, the labor rate of 20 and the crew size of 2 is $53.56.44. Your daily profit is $12.24.33. To the right, by being more efficient, adding additional person, your job profit goes up from $53.56.44 to $61.96.44, and your daily profit goes up from $1224.33 to $2655.62. Efficient, more personnel actually means better profit. At this time, I want to switch over and show you the actual tool. Can everyone see my screen? Here is the Protecto bidding tool, our worksheet. Fairly simple, easy to use. In it, you have, let's just run a test. We'll look at a square footage of 2,500 square feet. We'll use 900 square feet of base. We're going to stack that versus flashing it or using some other method of base. We'll be a little more efficient than 5. We'll go about 3. We'll use a dark gray material. We'll have 4 entryways, 5 drains, and 3-inch drains and 5 9-inch drains. And when we go in and we look at that, our number of sheets automatically calculates to 65 sheets for 2,500 square feet. Linear base tells me I need 31 rolls. With my waste factor, my total amount of material is 2,575 square feet, and the amount of material for with the doors is 927 for the base material. As you see here, it is calculated the number of gray sheets, line 15. Now I'll just kind of walk it. Line 15 gives you the square footage. I'm sorry, the number of sheets you need, the amount of adhesive. If you're buying the rapid well, the number of tubes, the number of nozzles that you should need, and that may change. I often tell people go ahead and buy 10. That way you're not needing some and don't have it. The amount of seaming tape, the number of rolls, the number of tubes of E60-100 that you'll need, gives you obviously the base material and the amount of Z-bar. It gives you the amount of rapid well you'll use for the base, and then obviously give you the total number of tubes that you'll need. Once you go through all of the material that you need for this project, you'll see your material cost is $17,662, and your square foot material cost is $707.07. Now it's up to you to fill in this information. You know your job size. Let's say your hourly labor cost is 70, okay? Your labor rate is 18. Your crew size of 2. Your workday is 8 hours. Let's just play with something a little bit. Let's change our crew size to 3 individuals, and we work a 10-hour day. Now you'll see your material cost, once again, which came from the material calculator, your labor hours that are required, the number of hours required to do the job, your total labor cost. What is your square foot labor cost? It provides that for you, $3.89, your square foot material cost, and it gives you the number of days. Now, your total square foot cost, labor plus material, is $10.95 for this 2,500 square foot job. 30 is generally the consensus across the country. You should be bidding $15.65, which is $39,120.69 your total bid. But let's say let's say I know I can make 35% on this. I punch in 35, it automatically calculates all my information, and I see what my bid should be. You see your job profit, you see your daily profit, and you see your labor hour profit as well. Remember, we're telling you, you're not just selling material, you're selling man hours. So I'm making $106.17 per man hour. You can play with these numbers where it says sandbox, play with these numbers here. You can do a couple of things. I want to change my bid. What would my bid be if I did this? What would my bid be if I changed my margin? What would my bid be if I looked at a couple of different things? It's totally up to you, and you can do all of those things right here in this tool, and we hope that it'll make your life and your job a lot more easier, and you can be more profitable. Once again, you can play with all of these things to determine where you should be, what you should be bidding for a particular project, and showing you how you can make more money using Protecto. Are there any questions? Anybody have any questions or comments? Oh, before we go to questions or comments, I want to show you where those numbers in regards to material come from. A part of this tool, you'll see there's 3 other tabs behind the material cost. Every one of you, regardless of where you are in the country, all of our distributors have provided their pricing to us, okay, so that when you talk to your local Protecto sales manager, he's going to be able to provide you with a tool that is true to your territory. These numbers you see are true to the South Central Territory: Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. It may not be the same over on the East Coast or in Georgia, so please don't beat your rep up or call me and say, hey, I want your pricing. It's true to your distributor, and we are bound by territories, so can't share this information, or these numbers may not be true from one guy to the next. This information, once again, goes with all of our material, 5x8 sheets. You'll see all of the tubes and things that go along with that. The next page will provide you with our 5x5, our smaller size sheet material, tiles, whether it be gloss, finish, whatever it may be. And then the third page will show you our interlocking tiles and our 1/8" material. And obviously some of the other tools and equipment. So when you receive this from your sales manager, your Protecto sales manager, once again, this will be true and specific to your territory only, and it will have the numbers that will correlate to what you are being priced by your local distributor. Thank you, Joyce.
Okay, folks. Thank you so much, John, for such a great presentation, and especially how to use your tool for the Protecto flooring. So for participants, please type your questions in the Q&A box that you might have for John on how to use the tool, or in what kind of situations it's best to use the tool, or anything else that John has presented today in this webinar. We'll take a moment to see if any questions get typed in. Again, type in at the Q&A box on the lower left-hand box on the screen if you have any. Short of that, I'm going to begin to close the webinar for today. On behalf of FCICA, thank you, John, for presenting today's webinar sponsored by Protecto Flooring. Sims who are attending this session today may now navigate to the Submit Credit tab to complete the feedback survey and receive credit. Note that you must be signed into the education platform for this feature to work. If you have any issues, please let me know. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.